These two should never have fallen in love. They were hired killers, going up against the deadliest force of all, each other. Woman's love, man's hate, blazing romance in a city aflame with carnal pleasures. Here on this nameless island, they were male and female, nothing else, until the raw wind of jealousy stripped their passions bare. Outnumbered, unarmed, unprepared, the mission was a sham. The murders were real and too thrilling for words. So they set it to music. They were Siamese twins, playthings of desire. Hate was the chain that linked them together. God help the one who broke it. First, their love was forbidden by law. Then it was torn apart by war. They hurled back their answer in flesh and flame. A thriller-diller of laughs, lust mad men, and lawless women in a vicious and sensuous orgy of slaughter and stupendous dance spectacles with hundreds of glorified beauties staged underwater. The Civil War made them outlaws. The people made them heroes. The violent frontier's strangest triangle. Their only crime was curiosity. They wrote the sex manifesto of the free love generation. A gambler who trusted no one. A woman who risked everything for a passion that brought them together in the most dangerous city in the world. He's a cop on the edge. She's a woman with a dangerous secret. And now they're both full of melody, full of young love. Enemies because they were taught to be. Allies because they had to be. They were fighting over a woman when the plane went down. Now their only chance for survival is each other. It's Yankee ingenuity versus ruthless red agent cunning as the pursuer becomes the pursued in a border-to-Baltic fight for life. Sensationally different. So frank, so outspoken, so true, we don't dare tell you how daring it is. The wildest, wittiest whirlwind of a love battle. Outrageously racy. Gay as champagne. The tops in topsy-turvy romance. What strange law brought this beautiful woman into his cell? The crazed love of a ravishing teenage girl for a prehistoric giant. So daring, so tender, so human. Parents may be shocked, but youth will understand. The action is go. These are the young and the wanton, the beat and the bad. Drugs, thugs, and freaked out starlets pant up on punks at a penthouse binge, daring to live, daring to love, flirting with death, playing with danger, laughing at life, before your eyes, flaming youth in a thrill of second sensation. So young, so innocent, so deadly. They came to conquer the world down a gauntlet of violence in a war of survival against the biker freaks of the dune buggy straits. Slowly and with horror, the parents realized their children were the slaves of the things from outer space. The drifters, the hipsters, the hot sisters. Today's big jolt about the beatnik jungle. Here's the truth about today's flappers and lounge lizards. When the ski nicks meet the ski chicks, it's called Snow-A-Go-Go. The free-living world of the overteens, torn from today's headlines. Throbbing tale of shackled youth. Hot steel between their legs. The kids who live today as if there's no tomorrow. They had to eat 3 times their body weight each day or starve. They live from a spin-out to crack-up, and they love as fast as they can get it. They'll take a curve, any curve. They drive faster, love harder, and swing more than anyone else on earth. Hot rod hotshots and their tailgate babes. The story of today's get-lost generation. The sex-conscious generation. The now generation. Teenage gangs rip up highways and skies with thrills and tear. It's the action you'd expect from today's shook-up kids shaking loose. They jet you where the fun and action are every time they grab a wheel or a girl. The no-punches-pulled story of a generation that has torn the word morals out of the dictionary. Taste a moment of madness. Listen to the sound of purple. Every summer, they emerge for a ritual of sex and death. Their guns are hot and their bodies are hard. Proud young rebels, teenage terrorists tearing up the streets. Call them punks, call them animals, but you better get out of their way. The story of angry youths who terrorize young innocents. motorcycle maniacs on wheels, breezy riders roaring to hell. Let the fuzz take you alive. These angels aren't that particular. Behind these nice school walls, a teacher's nightmare, a teenage jungle, a shocking glimpse into the warped morals of the mod world. Sometimes teenage is spelled TNT. Youth struts its stuff in gorgeous review. Sex, drugs, and study hall. A dramatic thunderbolt of modern youth. A caress, an embrace, then defilement and death. Tarnished, tempted, violently thrown aside. Too young to be careful, too tough to care. Now it's too late to say no. They all talk, fight, and love just one way. Dirty! Their god is speed, and they came from beyond the stars to spawn in the sea. Underaged, oversexed, kick-happy, thrill-hungry, always reckless and willing. On a lustful binge. Shock, suspense, sensation. The truth about revved-up youth on a thrill rampage. See them burst out of their clothes and bust up a town. The thrill-crazed space kids blasting the flesh off humans. Groovy gravy, this trip is out of sight. Hate crawling back from the grave? They rob from the rich and just keep it. Their love was a flame that destroyed. If there was an 11th commandment, they would have broken that too. They needed help. What they got was a miracle. The jive charmers who turn out the dive bombers. Meet the boy and girl who are sending for Uncle Sam. He's bad. She's worse. Nothing can tame them, and scandal can't shame them. Their enemy gave them no choice. Love and despair die without honor. They are evil. They are dead. They are ravenous. They don't take prisoners. They take lives. Killer to the left, killer to the right. Stand up, sit down, fright, fright, fright. So provocative, the censors banned it. So powerful, it came true. All the more blatant in color. A man, a girl, and 1,000 bolo knives. Always outnumbered, never outfought. Calm under pressure, cool under fire. A lonely man, a lovely girl. Struggling against the secret shadow of a remembered woman who came between their lips. But these two had the courage to hope and to live their love. Now all they have to fear is each other. Getting steamed up over blondes got them into hot water. Romance on the beam, rhythm on the groove, laughs on the loose. All new thrills and a sumptuous portrayal of sensuous society in the perfume fragrance of Park Avenue and Paris boudoirs. Blazing guns and plunging horses on the canyon trail, with gold bullion and a glorious girl as the stakes in a game of courage. It had to be told sooner or later. We're telling it now. A heartload of maddening beauties in gasping gowns. A fortune in furs. A ransom in jewels. A song-studded romance. Saddle up, you sons of fun. Everybody's flocking to this one. Curvaceous crusaders battle to rebuild a shattered land. It's love on wheels. The blonde leading the blonde. You'll love every illegal inch of them. They carved a path through the wilderness, then paved it with bullets, lives, and a romance that rocked the thrones of kings. Heaven could never be this hot, and it's all the hell you can handle. Breaking all thrill records, a drama of thundering hoofs and blazing guns through trackless jungles, battling the bloodlust headhunters of the Amazon. Primitive emotions, savage passions, nature in the raw. A frenzied hunt for a hideous beast uncovers an evil cannibal cult, and death is the devil's blessing. White heat explodes in the green hell where the dark heat of man comes to burn. The war was over, and the world was falling in love again. 1,000 voices, a single dream, a raging torrent of emotion that even nature can't control. Far up, far out, far more. He kissed her all over the map, on another fellow's honeymoon. He was her only weakness. She was his greatest strength. When a handsome devil meets a living angel, it's one hell of a good time. Thrilling as love born amid 1,000 fabulous adventures. Romance as glorious as the towering Andes. Each day a rendezvous with peril. Each night a meeting in astrovision. Sexicolor, sensu-round flaming hillbilly color. When the pajama tops meet the pajama bottoms, someone's gonna have a fit. An orgy of looting and lust, primed to explode on contact. A man, a girl, captives in their own worlds, finding escape in each other. It's a whirlwind of laughter, pathos, and illusion. America's favorite sweethearts in their final pairing. With Einstein as Cupid, what could possibly go wrong? Never before were they together again for the second time. The end was just the beginning. There is everything to look forward to except tomorrow. The story of a night that turned into forever. Blood and guts action from start to finish. It's closer than you think. Earth, it was fun while it lasted. All the time in the world is all they've got. Prepare to fight like there's no tomorrow. Trapped in a world where death is not the end. Houston, we have a problem. Good morning. You are one day closer to the end of the world. The annihilation of a city is a heartbeat away. Today's terrifying look into what might happen tomorrow. Why are the good people dying? The young and the beautiful drained of life. Even the strongest man destroyed by the unholy. Even the dead will scream. Fasten your seatbelts. You are 3.5 blocks away from infinity. Don't kiss me, I'm not dead yet. The price of admission is the rest of your life. Out of a sea of endless terror, into a world of eternal damnation. It will take you 1,000,000 light years from home. But will it bring you back? Just when you thought it was safe to die, heaven and earth were about to collide. Full scream ahead. After 5,000 years of civilization, we all need a break. A horror horde of crawl and crush giants clawing out of the earth from mile-deep catacombs. If you have to go to hell, go for a reason. Sooner or later, everything goes down. So silent, so deadly, so final. A world light years beyond your imagination. Life begins when the world ends. You will orbit into the fantastic future. It's not the end of the world. There's still 6 hours left.